The concept of the word God is multifaceted. That is to say that God is not a single entity. God does not mean one thing. The word God itself has its etymological roots in the old Saxon language, which means to invoke, to call upon, for the purpose of worship and sacrifice. And that which can be invoked and called upon is a spirit, a deity, a divine being. I am Apostle Bodmas Kemepade, and this is my show, Ancestral Roots. The word God is multifaceted. That is to say that God is not a single entity. That is to say that God has no single meaning. God has no definite meaning. The word God. That word God has its etymological root in the old Saxon language. The question now should be, who are the Saxons? The Saxons are the old English people, the old English people. That is the word that they use to describe the being that they invoke, the being that they call upon for the purpose of worship and sacrifice. So the word God itself is not an African language. It is an old Saxon language to refer to this being, this spirit, this divine being that they invoke, that they call upon for the purpose of worship and sacrifice. And the word means to invoke, to call upon. And anything that can be invoked or called upon is no longer a human being. It is now a spirit. It is a deity. It is a divine being. And this divine being has no name. There are no evidences anywhere that point to a fact that a divine being appeared to us, appeared to the human race and said, "My name is Kemepate." Or say, "My name is Tinubu." There are no such evidences, there are no such facts. So it is simply a belief system. It is simply something that people believe in. And when you believe in a thing, you begin to practice it. So that being that they call upon in their Saxon language, they refer to that being as God. They are the ones who named the being. It is not the being that gave itself the name and said, "My people, call me this name." So it simply means that it is a descriptive name. It is used to describe the being that has been called upon. That is the Saxon language. Now, let's come back to the African traditional religion. Let's come back to the African way. In Africa, Nigeria to be precise, the Igbo people, they refer to this being that they invoke, that they call upon. They refer to this being as Shineke. Shineke, which means a mighty spirit. The prefix she and the suffix neke. She means a guardian spirit, a spirit. Neke means a mighty, something powerful. So when you join the words together, we are not talking about a powerful, a mighty spirit. We don't know the name of the mighty spirit. We don't know if this mighty spirit has a relationship with the spirit that the Saxon invoked and called upon. But as scholars, we can check for similarities in worship. We can check for comparison between the both traditions to ascertain whether the Shineke and the gods are of the same origin. Now, the Yorubas of Africa also refer to God as Oloru. Oloru means ruler or owner of the heavens, ruler or owner of the skies. That is, the Yorubas are trying to say that somebody owns the world. The person that owns the world, they don't know. So they are simply describing a being that owns the world. We don't know the name of the being. The Oloru is simply descriptive. Now, when you come to Ijoland, the people of the Niger Delta, the Ijos refer to God, this taxon God as Semeara. Seme, which means a guidance spirit. Ara, which means a woman. The spirit of a woman, invariably a creatress. They two are also describing this divine being. With these evidences, it is clear that what we refer to as God has no name. God has no name. All the so-called names will refer to this being that has been evoked, this spirit, this divine being. They are all simply descriptive of the quality, features, characteristics, and attributes of this being. For example, somebody is in a distress situation, and a being suddenly comes from the sky and saves the person out of that situation. If you were in the position of that person, you will refer to that being as a sky god. If the being comes out from the water and saves the person, you will refer to that being as a water god. So these are all descriptive. So if the so-called names of God are descriptive, it simply tells us that there is no need to demonize other people. There is no need to look at other people's beliefs as being inferior, as being demonic, as being evil. This is where tolerance comes in. This is where the virtue of love comes in. God has no name. Until we have a being that will either come out from the water, or come down from the heaven, or come out from the bush and appear to all of us and say, "This is my name." Until then, the so-called names that we give to God are simply descriptive of the quality, attributes of that particular being. God has no name. Thank you. We'll see you next time on Ancestral Week.